start this thing. Welcome to Outside Food Aloud, episode 22. We're here to discuss all the entertainment and gaming news coming out. Today that includes some E3 coverage, and we're going to be talking about some movie directors and which ones we'd like to see take on a Marvel or DC flick. We'll finish up with a quiz from Felix.
Yeah.
Video game related. A lot of E3 coverage this week, so yeah, it should be fun.
Yes, it is.
My name's Adam. Today, because of all the video game talk, we're going to go Mario Kart references.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Toad.
Ah.
Just because I can't take Yoshi away from Felix. Anyway, so go ahead, Felix.
Yoshi.
I'm going to go with DK, a.k.a. Donkey Kong.
Nice.
It's me, Mario.
Gagne.
Let's go with Wario.
Ooh. Nice.
Reverse Eddie. So, a lot of video games coming out. I wanted to ask Gagne how far he got into The Last of Us, because he just started it.
Finally.
Yeah.
So I have to start by saying you guys did not sell it wrong. It is just beautiful. For somebody who, doesn't play these games very often, like this thing, it's just gorgeous. I think I got frustrated. I got eaten like 3 times in the subway station.
Yeah.
I think I'm in, like where you have to like distract
You first get to the
clickers by... Yeah, and so I just kept getting lost in that room and like actually found something with the safe, and I was trying to go over to the safe and it died there. Then I got lost and couldn't find the safe again. I was like, God damn it. Like just, it's so like
it's intense,
open
right?
world. Like it really like, you can explore things and there's a lot to remember, but it's challenging and I really like it. I mean, at one point I was like, climbing the rooftops and just like looking up at the skyscrapers going, God damn, this is a video game. Like this is insane. Like I can just look around this world. It puts you in it. And yeah, it's a good game. I've probably played like 45 to an hour. Just
nice.
Right.
Yeah, we were
half-hour little spurts.
We were interested in whether or not you had actually gotten to the clickers yet and been able to, really dive into that storyline yet. What do you think about that?
Yeah, it's intense to open the game the way it did. I don't know if I'm spoiling. Obviously, you guys have all played it, but it's like you thinking you're going to save this daughter, and I didn't really put 2 and 2 together. Like the like poster or whatever, the front cover of the game.
Right.
It's a little redhead girl, and so in my head I was thinking that was my daughter, duh. And like then she dies, and I was like, what the shit? Like, what an opening!
Yeah. Fair.
I was like, that just opened the game. I mean, it's cinematically just beautiful, and the story's fun, and I'm liking it so far.
Yeah, it's like playing a movie. Eddie recommended the Uncharted series to him as well, so I can't wait to get into that one.
Yeah, that is in the queue. I bought it because I was like, well, it's $10.
Oh, yeah.
Might as well just snag it now. I'll download it and have it to play as soon as I wrap up Last of Us, which, I mean...
Good call.
I'll be playing this for a while, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
Oh,
definitely.
man, I can't wait to hear.
If you ever get stuck, just come to one of us. We'll help you out.
Unadulterated joy.
And we'll get to the E3 coverage later on, but also the sequel to Last of Us is going to be covered.
Oh, yes.
So, yes.
Tomorrow,
definitely.
if you're a game fan, be ready.
They're doing a sequel?
Yes.
No.
Oh, wow. Nice.
It doesn't really spoil anything, knowing that there's another one.
Yeah, they just put out a trailer
The
for
world's
it.
fucked up. Continues to be fucked up.
What else we been doing, fellas?
I got to the movies twice this weekend. So
Oh, what'd you watch?
yeah, I did a little Hotel Artemis and Upgrade, which were both nice, short, sweet movies that told a good story in a good way and were a lot of fun. So I would probably give both of them like an 8.5.
Oh, wow.
Nice. That's pretty good, dude.
Yeah.
Did you go?
Upgrade had a nice twist to it. It's cool. Like we've been talking about Black Mirror so much. This kind of had that same feel. Like it's just in the not so distant future. So there's cool, different things about cars driving themselves and just technology being a little more advanced, but fun concept and really well done.
Nice.
I heard it was supposed to be this generation's RoboCop. Is that anywhere near that?
I mean, I guess I could see that in just the connection of the story, but not really. I mean, he's definitely not a cop, and there's a nice twist at the end as like you kind of uncover things with him. So I would say RoboCop's a classic, but this is better in its own way. Like
gotcha.
It's not a cop movie. It's not. Yeah, it's a revenge flick, but it's not like RoboCop.
Did it have like gratuitous violence though, like RoboCop?
Yes.
Yes. Perfect.
Yeah, there was a scene in the beginning. I yelled out. I was like, "Oh shit!" Like, damn, I was not expecting that.
Nice. That's always good.
Yeah,
that excites me.
Yeah, some of the fights are so cool the way they were choreographed.
What else? I know somebody was reading Saga.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've been reading Saga. Finally read the first book. I don't know what to say about this aside from this is one of the weirdest fucking things I've
Visually
ever
fucked
read,
up.
but it's awesome. It's super visually trippy. I mean, like literally just the first panel opens up with just this fairy like lady giving, about to give birth, and this, goat looking dude with his giant horns. Yeah, it's very, and they're in the back of an auto like garage and all that, and they're like, yeah, just giving birth, and there's a lot of gratuitous like just conversation going on. Also,
It's very rated R for a comic.
oh
book.
yeah, dude.
Oh,
I,
big
like,
time.
like I said, I didn't really know what to start because like every time I turn a page, I'm just like just blown away by what I'm
Liar.
looking at. No, dude, there's like some.
No,
There's a straight up like. I was gonna say it was like
I
an
got you,
orgy
Joe. I got
with
it.
like
I
bunch
got
of TV head people. Like that's
Yeah,
all I can
TV head people.
really say what it is.
very crazy.
And it's very graphic, much more so than expected.
Just
I
a
was
little
making
bit.
a joke about the cat that
Yeah,
tells people
liar.
when they're lying.
Oh, that thing, yeah. See, there's that thing too, and there's like just how they
And then
casually
Spider
explain it
Lady.
is like, yeah, he's that's my liar cat, and
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, sure, that's what it is.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
not
what
gonna
it-
question.
like, it
It's
feels-
like you
you
don't
just-
question it.
You see the weird things. 2 pages later, it's just part of the world. and
Yeah,
you're like,
exactly.
You
Someone
just accept it.
explains
you-
it like
you
in
just
2
adapt
words.
to
I'm
it.
like, yeah, like okay, cool, that's the thing. Like, all right, that's the thing now. Like, whatever. So nothing surprises me anymore.
Do you,
Right.
do you have
So
volume
good.
2 yet or no?
No, not yet. I can't wait to get into the rest of it.
All right.
But-
Remind me next week to bring it to you.
Oh,
2 and
sure.
3.
But yeah, no, I'm loving it so far. It's definitely one of the more original things I've read. Absolutely. So like, thank you for recommending this.
No
Image,
problem,
man.
It's-
Telling you.
Yeah, they have
Yeah.
great comics.
Well, plus, Brian Kavon does the magic too. Big time.
True.
For me this week, I finally been lacking, so I finally caught up on Into the Badlands season 2. I have season 3 on the DVR.
Nice.
Man,
Yeah, that's a good show.
I feel like this show is just a bloodbath. Like every episode, hey, we're just gonna use sax, and sax is just blood. That's all it is.
It's a little bit, of the gratuitous violence.
I love it.
Yeah. Not so much as like, what was it? Spartacus, where it was
Oh,
literally
okay,
just,
yeah.
chopping people's arms off and left and
This,
right.
this
But
one has reason.
this one's cable TV. So
It's not too bad, especially by AMC. And then I like that the second season to add Nick Frost. He's a hilarious character because like he's the unassuming stereotypical fat dude, right? And then later in the season, you're like, oh, he has tricks up his fucking sleeves.
Yeah.
All right, this is
of course,
cool.
he can fight too.
Quite a bit.
Yeah.
I don't know. Have you guys seen Into the
I
Badlands?
saw only the first season. I
Yeah.
really loved it. It just one of those things. I'm
Gotta
really
catch it.
terrible with catching up on
Netflix
shows.
season 2, Netflix, dude, best option ever. I started season 2 at 9 p.m. Finished it at 6:30. I think.
You watched the entire thing in
One
one
sitting?
sitting?
I took an hour break to like go grab some tea,
Damn.
grab some food.
Just had a day to kill,
Insomnia. It's perfect. Perfect time to catch up
It
on
works
TV
out.
shows.
I don't think I've killed anything like that since like season 2 of Daredevil.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
I actually had like a weekend to like, okay, I could just do this.
I make bad life choices. It's okay. I'm an adult.
I only do that with anime.
What about you, Eddie? Anything new?
Gym, anime,
Your gains?
gains.
you
Gains
go.
are important. Trying to look like Ben Swallow.
There you
Crazy running cardio in the freaking heat. You
Good
crazy,
callback.
I
bro.
was dying. I was so dying.
It is too hot to be outside right now.
It is too hot. For,
Well, this
for
guy's
life.
fucking running in the fucking heat.
know.
He's crazy.
You got it.
It's about to be summer and it was 51 degrees up here today. We had hail yesterday.
For real?
Bastard.
The world is
You
the world is falling apart.
No shit, right?
Yeah, I was like, what the shit is that? Is it not almost summer?
We're in 100-degree weather already.
Sure.
I do.
Yeah.
I do wish that there was more people that I do that was watching My Hero Academia, though, because the last few episodes keep ending on crazy cliffhangers, and I can't talk to anyone.
You gotta go to the message boards.
The only person I know that's watching it, I mean, you started
Well,
it.
I finished the first season. It's awesome, but
Oh.
like I'm also like watching like 5
Yeah,
other animes
yeah,
too.
yeah.
So and living my life and watching like other movies and shows too.
Exactly.
So
It's hard to
like
keep up
impossible.
with everything. And my brother he's on the same season, but he's like, I'm just gonna wait for like 12 episodes, and I'm like, just watch.
You're like, just knock it out.
Yeah, that's basically all I've been doing.
What about you, Hoover?
Oh
Platinum anything
gosh,
yet?
working. No, actually, I've been on PC gaming this one called Path of Exile.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's kind of like a Diablo clone.
Okay.
Yeah.
Diablo 2 specifically.
Yeah. Not bad. It's
Aren't they announcing a new Diablo this week? Supposedly?
supposedly?
Yes.
But
Maybe.
Blizzard. It'll probably take them 10 years to get it out.
Yeah.
So
Or they
Not
might
even
have
a
it
joke.
ready to roll out.
They should at this point.
It's been like
And-
almost 8 years since
The original
Diablo 3 came out.
Right,
So
yeah.
Has it been that long?
Yeah, and then the expansion was 2 years after that, so it's been 6 years since. I mean, they had a DLC like a couple years back.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it was like a new character, and that's it.
yeah, if you can't pump out a game in 5 years, I mean, come on.
Doing something wrong, man.
I mean,
Especially
look at Santa Monica Studios. You know, it took them a little
know.
bit, but they gave us an amazing
It's
game.
God of War.
Oh my
They were
god!
also
They're
helping
talking
a
about
bunch of.
making it into a movie now.
Oh yeah, they should. But they also during that time were helping a bunch of indie studios too
True.
to help make their games, get them out there.
Santa Monica.
Yeah.
Well, let's jump into some movie trailers. I know there's been a lot that's come out.
Some crazy ass
some
movie
good
trailers
stuff.
this week.
I was really surprised with Halloween. It actually looks
Yes.
like Jamie Lee Curtis is back to whoop some ass, and she ain't afraid anymore.
Did you like it, Gagne?
Oh my god! I had to watch it a couple times. It actually creeped me out, and I was like, okay,
I was like, what did I
I
just
see
watch?
you. Like this is good. I have faith again.
Yeah. And isn't Danny McBride like writing this too, or like
yeah,
he's-
or produce it too. I
yeah,
think.
he has like a heavy hand in the production of this. But
Yeah.
That's kind of
Yeah, he's good buddies with the director. David Gordon Green did Pineapple Express, and yeah, they've all worked together quite a bit. So looks like he's taking it seriously, and I like the story. So
yeah,
I have no idea. Does anyone know when this takes place?
So I
That's what I'm trying to figure out, bro.
I think they completely
they're
omitted
ignoring
pretty much
some?
like all the original sequels. If not from the very first Halloween, it may be the second Halloween.
Okay.
But yeah, they pretty much erased every movie we've seen since.
So
then,
it doesn't count.
and none of that counts.
So that's
now.
what I was thinking. I was thinking it was after
Yeah.
like the second one, because that was still
'Cause that was the same
Jamie Lee
night.
Curtis was still in that, and it was the same
Yeah.
night. So I was like, okay.
So that's probably where that
this-
is. It's probably picking up. So this will, I guess, would be Halloween 3, technically. I guess you
Right.
could say. So yeah, this is picking up Laurie's story, I guess. But
It was so creepy.
it looks good, dude. And you guys know I'm jaded on horror movies right now. But
Oh,
this
yeah,
got
definitely.
me excited. I'm like, holy
But
crap!
just hearing that music again,
Yeah.
like from your nightmares of childhood, every time you hear it, right? Hearing it, I'm like, oh,
Yeah,
it's
man.
the magic's still there.
dude, that whole prison yard scene where they brought
Right?
the
It
mask
was
to him.
freaky.
I was like, why would you do that?
Yeah.
You are setting yourself up to fail.
Crazy ass Caucasians. Always
Yeah.
the damn crazy
I don't-
Caucasians
yeah.
do
You
that.
guys' fault.
we need to tell this story. Do you?
Yeah, I know, right?
But there's so much good imagery in there too, man. Like I love the image where she's pointing up the gun and she just sees him in the mirror.
Yep.
And it's just like a classic like Halloween image. Like I just love the camera work that they're doing with this. It reminds me so much of the original movie, and like I'm so excited for it. And the shot of the toilet stall where he just throws all the teeth over.
Yeah.
Oh my
or
God.
Ugh.
freaking
So creepy.
was it near the end? The blonde girl like trying to close the closet
Yeah.
door, the classic
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
I'm like, oh god, get away,
Yeah.
get away from
Monster in
the
the
door.
closet.
Yeah, it's such a classic horror trope, but I love it.
Yeah, it looks good.
I wonder if he'll still have that super speed. You know what I mean? Like every time you try to run away, it comes back. Oh, he's closer.
Oh, he just appears closer. Yeah. That teleportation skill. Because he never picks up the pace. He always walks at
No.
the exact same pace. And like, it doesn't matter how fast this girl's sprinting, how many times she trips. Like,
Yeah.
he always,
He's always
just, like
one
teleports
corner
right
around.
behind.
Yeah.
He always catches up.
He's like he's just a casual killer. You know, just strolling.
He's the Pepe Le Pew of murderers.
He just appears. Hey.
He's
I
always
wanna hug
casually
you with my
he's always-
knife.
He's always casually chasing after the cat who's running like a maniac.
He painted the picture so nice to me.
So sticking with horror, you also said that it too had a casting.
Yes. I casted the Old Spice dude, Isaiah Mustafa.
The Old Spice dude, I
The
love
Old
that.
Spice dude.
Yes. the other one that's not Terry Crews. But
The other one.
but he'll be the older Mike. So I like that. I like the casting so far for it too. I'm really excited because do you guys see the first one?
Nope, I have it at my house.
Oh yeah.
You haven't
Yeah.
seen the first one?
No.
Dude, I saw it in theaters and it got me pretty good.
It had a what the fuck.
Nearly
moment.
gave me a heart attack.
Right?
Right at the beginning, the
Yes.
sewer thing. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
No, the part that got me was the garage and the projector.
That was good.
Oh,
was really good.
that caught me off guard so bad.
And the room full of clowns.
sorry,
that
Eddie.
was,
I was gonna say I've only seen one little GIF where he's like chewing on a hand and he like waves it, and I legit was creeped out. I was like, I'm not fucking watching that movie.
Dude, there's a group text I'm on that hates it, right? Or they hate Pennywise, right? So we'll be having like a deep conversation and I troll.
Just throw it in.
I
with
throw
him,
in a
like,
gif of
dancing or something.
Pennywise and everybody just texts me angry face. It's like, no, dude, not cool.
That's great. What else was out
stands to this day.
Yep. That's how I roll.
there? There was also First Man,
Yes.
space
the Neil
movie.
Armstrong movie.
Yeah.
I hope he makes it in the movie, you know? I really hope he survives.
These
I got a feeling
historical
he's gonna be
dramas.
okay.
Yeah.
I hope that they show it was just fake. It was all.
Oh my god!
It was a TV show.
It was all a dream. Yeah.
What a twist.
It was a dream, injected by the lizard people, the flat
Oh,
earthers.
yeah.
Oh my god, flat
There is no moon.
There is no moon.
I think we probably gained new listeners now for talking about flat Earth.
Conspiracy theories.
We don't discriminate.
Hollywood and its connection to the Illuminati.
Oh god, Adam, you just dig a bigger hole for the lizard people. Boom.
No, I was impressed. I actually was not expecting much. I mean, like, obviously I like Gosling, and I was like, oh, okay, that, sounds like it'll be a cool story. But the way it was shot, and Felix, who'd you say was directing it? I forgot his
Damien
name.
Chazelle. I think that's how you say his name.
Yeah.
Director of Whiplash and La La Land.
Oh man.
Okay.
Yeah,
Good
that got me
movies.
excited right away as soon as I saw his
yeah.
name. But
So
yeah.
this one will be award buzz already.
Probably. I'll probably
Definitely.
cover awards.
Buzz, pun intended.
Ooh,
All right. So one last casting, I guess. Maybe we want to talk about the Joker movie.
With Jared Leto.
That's right.
He's also producing.
been
That's
brought back.
freaking crazy.
Interesting,
The
right?
fact that they are able to get him on and produce too.
Okay, so what is this? This is another standalone Joker movie that he's doing.
Taking place, I think they said after Suicide Squad.
Yeah, it's kind of instead
So
of.
this is the Leto Joker, but so this is one Joker standalone movie, and we're also getting another standalone Joker origin movie, also the Scorsese one too, right?
Well, that
I
was
haven't
still
heard
a
any
rumor.
traction on that. I don't,
That's-
Yeah, we don't know about that one
That's
yet.
still like really in talks. I think that's still like really a thing, but they're from both the same company. Like,
Well, I would assume they're going to go with one instead of the other. So
I don't
if
know.
this one's getting,
Well,
pushed
'cause
forward, then
what the
maybe-
original story was with the Scorsese one, that's who it was, right?
Yeah, I think so.
yeah.
That was supposed to be like definitely its own side movie. Like it had nothing to do with the DC universe that they built up, whatever with the films. This Leto one is supposed to be in that same universe, so that's why they're excusing doing this other totally random rumor with Joaquin Phoenix also.
Right.
Well, my question is, they're able to talk about this Jared Leto and Joker situation, but whatever happened to the Flash movie, whatever happened to everything else that was on a DC slate, you know what I mean? Like I'm
feel
still
like they're
waiting.
pushing ahead with the wrong one.
Yeah.
I don't think they have the.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say I don't think they have the money to push forward with all these projects in pre-production because they have no idea what where their success level is at. They had Wonder Woman followed by a turd to Justice League, so it's like maybe one at a time or two at a time can be produced, but you can't plan out like Marvel did.
They can't find the bullseye.
6 years down the road, right? No, God no.
Because they
So-
just got done shooting Aquaman. There's still no trailers, nothing. It's supposed to be released in December. I'm kind of worried now. Like, where are we at?
right?
And there's still supposed to be
Test screening
a
says-
Joker and Harley Quinn standalone movie too, from what I heard, right?
Supposedly, or also the Sirens.
And the Gotham City Sirens.
We're
too.
no longer gonna have 3 Batman movies in 6 years.
Yeah,
We're gonna
3
have
Joker movies. Which
All
actually is
right.
kind of interesting that the comic book actually had 3 different Jokers from 3 different parallel worlds at one
Yeah.
point. So I don't know. Maybe they're keen on that.
Have they followed up with that yet in the comics?
They're not that clever, Adam.
Not even.
That's you coming up with a good fan theory.
Look,
but-
he used to wrote for WB. Now they'll contact you tomorrow for a
That's me
script.
getting way deep into Batman vs Superman.
One can only hope.
Oh no.
All right. Anyway, moving on.
troll much.
Let's jump into I guess DC Marvel directors. Off of
Or who would like to see
yeah,
as directors?
All right. So if it was a Joker movie, right?
Oh God.
Oh god. All right, who wants to start on this one? So the thing was, if there was a director that we would like to see put out a DC or Marvel movie, and what we think they could maybe bring to the table, DC obviously needs the help. Marvel seems to be on the roll, so they could probably pick whoever they wanted.
Well, for me, I wrote down for DC. Maybe give Danny Boyle a shot. See what he could bring to the table. But I want to see him bring like a action horror for all weirdest characters, Lobo. I feel like he can pull it off with Lobo, and the way he writes his scripts and the way the dialogue works. And like, I don't know if you guys seen 28 Days Later. I was picturing something like that type of level, but with Lobo and his backstory. You know what I mean? Because it's very intense. There's some comedy bit parts, but it's mainly a lot of freaking action.
He's kind of a smart ass.
Yeah, definitely. So I that's my wish list. It's maybe check that out. I was gonna do something for Marvel, but I'm like they're doing fine. DC needs all the help they can, and then maybe the second director would be Guy Ritchie.
There you go.
You know, that Woody style of Guy Ritchie. Maybe he could do a better version of Suicide Squad.
Green Lantern or something. Maybe he's got some
Ooh.
comedy there.
Ooh, especially with Idris Elba as Green
That would
Lantern,
be sweet.
dude, that would freaking work. Sign me up.
I'm down. They need to reboot that franchise.
We don't talk about the past. It's in the past. I mean, Deadpool already killed him. Okay.
Yeah, what are you guys talking about?
What about you, Eddie? What do you got?
I just want David Fincher to direct anything.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Just
Oh,
anything.
yeah.
Just make movies.
Well, no. In the DC universe, to kind of, I was thinking the same thing. They need a little help. I was gonna say Jon Stewart. You know,
Ooh. Okay.
so
Okay.
like,
But who would be
how
your
he-
Jon Stewart?
I like Idris Elba. So.
Okay.
Or The Rock.
Only.
Oh, The Rock.
Oh, The Rock. The Rock makes it
The
happen.
Rock. The Rock and everything. Let's go.
That's
but
right.
no, I really do like Idris Elba.
Yeah.
I just think it would be a more serious, a different take on like the comic book thing, and not like a fake.
Who would be the villain?
It's got to be a Yellow Lantern.
I know.
It's
right?
got to be someone that's.
I feel like
I
good
always feel
Sinestro?
like if they do whenever
Sinestro.
these superhero movies try to do like a monster or a bad guy that's like this giant cloud or this giant Sandman, that's where they go wrong. You want that personal, like that's why Black Panther works. It's him if he took a couple wrong choices or whatever,
Sure.
or something
True.
else happened in his life.
I feel Sinestro would fill that role. He's kind of the opposite of him, embracing
Do
the
we
other
bring
side.
back Mark Strong?
I think maybe you
He
should bring in
wasn't
the
too
Red
bad.
Lanterns or the other,
Yeah,
colored lanterns.
The,
That would be
what was
true.
that arc called? The Blackest Night.
Blackest Night. Yeah, that would be sweet. Bring in the Black Lanterns. They're all like the undead
dead ones?
versions.
Yeah, the zombies.
That might be a little too far ahead.
Yeah. Pipe dreams.
Yeah.
DC, if you're listening,
That's
hit
what
us
this
up.
is. We have all the money in the world. We're just handing it out to people. We want you to direct this now.
Well, they got Ryan Johnson doing three trilogies. Anyway,
The eye roll,
I'm making the
Adam.
whiskey churn in my stomach. Ugh.
shit. What do you got, Felix?
All right, so yeah, I didn't really know how to help DC right away, so I kind of went to my comfort zone and went to Marvel. I'm sorry.
You
So,
bastard.
I'm sorry. It's all right. I'll think of something. But anyway, so I was kind of following up with my idea of a character I haven't seen yet, and that was Moon Knight.
Okay.
But again, I was kind of thinking I wanted to be more serialized rather than a full movie. So I wanted to pick one particular story arc from the Moon Knight series. It's from 2014. It's written by Warren Ellis. I think it's issue 5. I forget exactly what it's called, but anyways, it's basically a Raid-esque sort of style movie where he's rescuing a kidnapped girl by a bunch of thugs. She's held up in the building, and he basically just goes through floor by floor, just beating the crap out of everybody. And it's very much the Raid. It's
Yeah.
awesome.
There you
It's
go.
it's not a lot of dialogue. It's very high on action. So I went with for director P. Travis. He did Dread, the remake with
Yeah.
Carl Urban.
Yeah.
Which was
And-
basically the
Which was
Raid.
basically
Which
the
was
Raid.
basically the
Yeah,
Raid.
exactly. And
Yeah.
I thought it was so stylish and just so awesome and ultra violent that I thought it would lend itself perfectly for this particular story arc from Moon Knight. Like I said,
It
very
would make sense too, because the way Dredge uses weapon and Moon Knight use weapons too. Like I'm sure he'll stylize the weapons
it's
perfectly.
very
and get
stylized
down.
fighting, martial arts,
Yeah.
weapons and all that. He's very just in your face kind of character, and I love it. So I would love to see him kind of work with something like that. As for DC, I was trying to think of like directors that like haven't really done anything in comic books yet. I was thinking Guillermo del Toro, but he did do Blade
Hellboy.
already, and he also did Hellboy.
Yeah.
But I kind of would like to see him do
Try
something
DC.
in DC because he's really good at just.
What character would you pick for him?
Well, see, like that's what I was kind of trying to think too. Like I was thinking just like a lot of weird characters. I
I think he would work with Swamp Thing or
Martian
Constantine.
Martian
Swamp Thing.
Manhunter.
Actually, I was kind of thinking just like some weird,
Ooh,
like
Swamp
just
Thing,
like
yeah.
some weird, like maybe like a Justice League Dark movie.
Well,
something
yeah,
like
originally
that.
he was going to do
Yeah.
one.
That would be.
Yeah.
Oh,
Was he
yeah, that's
attached
right,
to
huh?
that?
Yeah, he
Okay,
was
I thought
attached to
that
that
sounded
originally.
familiar.
Yeah, but the thing is, I guess the Toro will be fine as long as he doesn't make fish porn because Adam hates his fish porn movies.
Hey, it's DC. They're edgy. Why not?
Aquaman and sequel.
I was gonna say, damn it, you beat me.
That or what about Kevin Smith doing like a Booster Gold movie?
There you
Just
go.
like a comedy,
Damn it,
like-
Clever.
This is why I have to go last.
Oh, fuck.
Taking all my shit, I have to
God
keep
damn
it,
crossing
you
people
ruined it.
off.
Edit that part out. It's not even here.
Yeah, it does count. It does count.
I'm
Go ahead.
sorry.
Yeah, go ahead, Gandhi. Go ahead.
Oh no! So my Kevin Smith thing was I wanted to just see him write something. He's such a fanboy. He attached to the Superman movie with Nick Cage back in the
Right.
90s. Like he had the shot and then it fell
Right.
apart. And like, I would love to see him at least write something, like write a good Daredevil movie for the screen, write that Superman movie and let somebody else direct. He admits he's not a great director, but like, I like his wit. I like the way his pacing has always been in his movies. Like throw him a bone and give him one of those
Definitely.
movies. Like who cares what it is? Just something he likes. He writes comic books. Like he wrote Green Arrow for a while. He wrote a Batman 66 like Adam West crossover. Like
It seems like something
just,
that he would be interested in doing.
Definitely.
right.
Well, he's working on
I
The
just feel
Flash,
like it's
too.
one of those.
Is he?
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
TV show?
he directs the Flash
okay.
episodes. Yeah,
Nice.
but director wise, Denis Villeneuve, the guy who did Blade Runner.
Yes, the new one.
Arrival. I would like to see. I initially said Green Lantern because that was my quick answer, but since that was mentioned, I think have him do a Fantastic Four movie. He's so good at sci-fi. You can make that a sci-fi movie. Like let him tie in eventually to the Avengers somehow, but like give him something like that. You can make it serious and fun, and
Actually, yeah, I
he's a
agree.
good sci-fi director.
I'm gonna
what that's
piggyback
for.
off of that because one of mine was Ridley Scott.
Ooh.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think
Damn,
he would
that's
bring
good
kind
call,
of
bro.
a good little sci-fi, background to that. And then my other choice was Peter Jackson from Lord of the Rings.
Which one?
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
which property?
For I hadn't really thought about properties, but I would just like to see him maybe just do something. But it was a rumor that he was connected to something DC wise, and he actually put it down. So I guess he's not really interested in doing
bummer.
anything for them. I guess he's rumored to maybe do something for the Lord of the Rings TV show.
Oh, okay.
So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, I'd heard that. I wonder if even if he just executive
Right.
produces.
I mean, sure he's got tons of ideas. Yeah,
Oh yeah, endless. Cool. Plus, you can tell his love for the property itself. Like
Yeah.
you can tell he loves Lord of the Rings big time. You know what I mean?
Any other directors, guys?
Oh, maybe the dude from the Hannibal TV show. Like if he goes,
Brian Fuller,
Yes.
Fulmer.
yes.
Yeah.
If he does anything like a dark character for DC, I
Okay.
think he can definitely bring it back.
Constantine.
Yes, dude. Constantine would be great to see a non-Keanu Reeves Constantine movie would be awesome.
If we're just throwing out
I
people,
mean, I didn't.
I want to throw out Kojima. He hasn't done a movie, but he makes crazy games. There's just
They're basically like movies.
Yeah, that are basically like movies, and he could do something crazy with someone that's like even Black Widow or someone that doesn't necessarily
dude,
have
give
superpowers.
him Ghost Rider.
Ooh.
Yeah, that'd be
Seriously,
weird.
That-
Ghost
that'd
Rider
be
has
fucking
some weird shit.
But
Like,
then
give
your
it to him.
Ghost Rider would come up with like mechs and stuff. That'd be awesome.
Yeah,
He'll probably turn the
Maybe he
motorcycle
fight
into a horse.
mechs. Maybe his car would be a mech. I don't
Well,
know.
it depends on which Ghost Rider we're using. The dude with the car, the dude with the motorcycle.
Yeah,
It
man,
might
Johnny
not.
Blaze.
It might not be strictly to the story, but it's gonna be fucking weird and crazy, and visually stunning.
And then no one will be happy.
Oh, I mean, Kojima fans will be.
All right. Speaking of the weird, I feel like we got to at least give Westworld a few minutes.
Yes.
crap.
Yes.
I know Eddie was busy watching Bethesda.
Yeah.
But
research.
this whole episode was basically in subtitles. It was all the
I still enjoyed it though.
yeah.
wasn't-
No, it was a
I-
good
I
episode.
like
It's all about
backstory.
the Native American leaders' backstory,
Oh, you mean the Indians?
the Indians, whatever you
Okay.
want to call them.
I'll chime in on this. I actually enjoyed this episode since I was being a downer last week. No, this is very good, and I actually very much enjoyed the Native American cast. I feel like they were all very good. Actually, especially the main guy. I really felt he was very even though there was a lot of subtitles, he was very. He just had a really good way of conveying emotion.
Oh,
through all of
definitely.
his dialect and just his face. It was really very, very expressive, and this was really enjoyable. I liked it. I like this is a fresh take on what we've been seeing. I think I've just been kind of a little bored. I mean, I guess like I said, I want to know what the end game is for the main character, so it was nice to take a little.
But we
side
got a little
quest.
bit on that. We got to
Little bit.
see the door.
Yeah.
Which is
Yes.
kind of this season's motto or whatever.
I
you
like
wanna
how
call
he
it.
realized that he pretty much curses people by finding out
showing
the
them the
puzzle.
symbol?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then always trying to break down the symbol to everybody, And plus the story is very relatable because it's love story, basically.
That's what it boils
He's
down
just trying to get his lady back.
Yeah, which
Poor guy.
was stolen from him multiple times.
Ugh.
What'd you think, Gagne?
Don't you hate when that happens?
One of the most beautiful episodes they've had in probably ever.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was drawn in, and I mean, it was one where even my wife, who I think gave up this season for the same things that Felix was saying, is like she looked up and was like, "This is the first time like I've been engaged with the show in a while. Like they really drew you in. They did the beautiful stuff, but they also told a good story, and they connected some dots and carried along that maze door, arc forward in a beautiful way. And I loved it. When he gets to the where all the shut down robots are, and what was it, heart shape? Was that heart shaped box?
It was
Yes.
again. Yes, good catch.
On the piano, and it was just like, oh, so beautifully done.
Yeah, good
Loved
good
it.
callback
Yeah.
to that one, the music anyway. Yeah, and we also got to see Logan kind of lost in the desert, gone crazy a little bit.
Freaking out.
Yeah, that was kind of cool. That was kind of his journey through that cool little dune passage.
Definitely. Very, very dude.
So
Passage.
he just left him out there, right? So were you just assuming that he just
Yeah.
kind of went a little crazy, just sitting out in the sun? this whole
Basically,
time?
Yeah. He like in the translation, he was talking about how this guy's already been affected by the sun,
Yeah, he kind of went crazy by
and he was
heat
told him,
stroke or whatever.
his people will find him and bring him back. So I was like, you know what? Not bad. Understandable.
Yeah, and it showed that he'd been aware of the other world, the maze, all that stuff for a long time, and the guy never died for 10 years.
Yes, exactly.
They updated him, and they're like, "Wow, this guy's been out there for 10 years. It's never been updated."
That is freaking nuts. That's
and the whole time he had been aware
yes.
and searching for answers, right? And it kind of explained why they tattooed the maze on their heads, which I was kind of
and the scalp.
under the scalp.
Yeah, that's kind of weird. I'm like,
Yeah.
doesn't that hurt, dude? We're moving the scalp and then tattooing it and bringing it back
Just a
in?
little bit.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, it was a very clever episode. Probably my second favorite of the season. The William episode was really good.
Okay.
I'd say this is very much like top 5 overall since season 1. Honestly,
Yeah,
I think
thank
this
you.
was like you were saying, Guy, very engaging. I think like this one actually really sucked me in, and I wanted to know more. So, yeah, very very good episode.
And then it ends with William being taken out of the Indian camp by his daughter. She comes and picks him up, tells him that
Threatening that she's gonna fuck him
Yeah.
up more than they are.
he's my burden to carry,
Oh,
and
man.
he'll hurt worse if he's with me. So she drags him off. So look forward to next episode in which William is going to get into his backstory with his wife.
Which is very.
I love the communication with the Native American guy and Maeve.
Oh, yeah.
Like she was able to communicate with him while he's out there.
Yeah, she was
And him
communicating
telling
through the
he'll watch
daughter.
out for the daughter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was so brilliant.
We were kind of
So good.
talking about it during the show was
Yeah.
why the daughter never really communicated with him or acknowledged him at all, and then it becomes that Maeve was actually looking through her daughter's eyes and he was communicating to her.
Not only that, but me and Adam had this theory about the tech actually falling in love with Maeve now,
Right,
and you can kind of tell he's getting there.
Yeah.
feels like it.
It's kind of out of nowhere for me, honestly. I'm like, okay, that's a thing now.
It's like Stockholm syndrome.
Yeah, I guess.
She abused me so much. I love her.
I mean, not so much he loves her, but he respects like what she's become, and like he's amazed at like the power that she's wielded, and I think he's
finally acknowledging
if you
that
want-
she's like alive or a person.
a sentient
right,
being.
exactly. Doesn't want to see that go away. Like there's,
She's special.
He's amazed by her.
Oh, God, there it is.
Yes.
Oh
There it
boy,
is. That's the first.
there's your one.
First one of the day, Sam.
Maybe.
No puns after 9. I thought that was a roll.
That was a
Yeah.
stretch.
Yeah. That was a
Don't be a bunch of yahoos.
sloppy layup.
All right, let's get to E3.
Yes.
Big stuff. We got lots of game trailers.
Movies.
All right,
much
Gagne,
stuff.
how do you feel about E E3?
Eddie's ready to chime in.
I'm in. I'm gonna listen intently and ask
There you
questions.
go.
Right.
There's going to be lots of good stuff. Where do we start?
Go, Eddie.
The first place I want to start is Sekiro Shadows Die Twice, because last year during the video game awards, they released this 30-second trailer with this bone that was like grinding with this weird mechanical thing. So everyone was like, oh my god, it's Bloodborne 2, because it's a From Software game. But today they showed it, and it's this From Software game that's going to take place in Japan, I guess, or a world that has samurais and ninjas, and you're playing this. I mean, it's going to be the same kind of game style as Bloodborne and Dark Souls, but you're not gonna have a shield because you're either a ninja or a samurai. I can't tell the difference right now. It looks really good. Like the boss, they showed a few boss fights. Looks crazy hard, of course. No shields, so it's going to be a more aggressive game. You have a grappling
Probably a lot
hook.
of pairing.
A lot of
Maybe
parrying.
parrying
like,
and
yeah, the boss is like throwing a spear at him, and he's like constantly like slapping it. He literally is like parrying it to the side.
Nice.
I
Sounds
didn't
like
see
Into
any
the
dodging
Badlands.
either, so maybe his left arm, is something wrong with it. Like he has like a grappling hook in it, so you're using that in the boss fight. So it's a little kind of like something you don't see in a Dark Souls game or a Bloodborne, kind of faster pace maybe. That was super
Is
exciting.
it a little like Devil May Cry?
Maybe I don't know. Like
I
like
have
they
to
just
watch
showed.
this
Yeah, they just showed a lot of the boss fights. A little bit of like talking in the trailer. About not being the guy can't die for whatever reason. That whole Dark Souls thing. But yeah, there was a bunch of games that were announced that I was like, I'm like I didn't think it started until today, and they were just announcing games.
Xbox
all
came out
week.
swinging, dude.
Xbox came out swinging. They had a lot of games. They said they announced 50.
Well, not only that, but remember they bought up freaking 5 indie studios.
That's what I was gonna say. They
Oh.
they announced 55 games, but the thing that was more important to me is they bought 5 game developers.
Kid pause.
Nathan break.
55 games, huh?
Good God. How much are they a piece?
What is it? Like 60 bucks usually?
Yeah.
Sorry. Wife is leaving.
Oh,
Yes.
bye, Tim.
Hi, Sam. How are you? What? Wife break. Wife break. Be safe. Oh shit! I think there's so many cars in the driveway.
Oh, yeah.
Locked in.
Which one? I'm on the right side.
No.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
Just double checking for you.
Sorry.
All right, we're back on you.
Yeah.
And break.
Yeah, so they had a lot of games, but they've done this before, so I'm kind of skeptical. I know, and yes,
They just
I
like to
am a
announce a bunch?
PlayStation fanboy, so take that into account. But yeah, like Crackdown was shown again, but it's been years that it's been announced originally.
7, 8 years.
Since I think Xbox One was announced, or the year after.
Wow.
I mean,
Well, they put out their typical lineup.
Yeah,
The Halo, the
if you-
Gears
if
of
you-
War.
if you're a diehard Halo fan, if it's your Halo machine, you're gonna get another Halo. Like
I sure am.
They
I sure
it
am.
looked almost open world. And it's all guessing though, because they're just the way they're showing the trailer.
But remember, everything looks really pretty.
Oh,
But then when you
of
actually
course.
get it, sometimes it's poo poo.
Hey man,
sometimes, but
I'm shallow.
Not,
I'll
not,
still play it.
not usually their home games, right? It's gonna
Right,
be,
the big AAA titles.
That's their franchise. They can't fuck up. Gears 5 was announced. It looks good. It has a female protagonist. I guess there's a spoiler to deal with her because I didn't finish the 4th one.
She's the granddaughter of the Locust Queen. So
No, spoilers.
The cinematic trailer for this game, it basically says it. Anyways, so
Yeah,
it
yeah.
says it right at the
It-
beginning, so it
yeah,
doesn't
it's
matter
fine.
now.
So we'll see how this plays out. I like the female protagonist. I like the gameplay, the way it looks so far. I like the fact that it brought back the swarm that actually flies around and
The
attacks
thing
you.
I was trying to figure out, it feels a little different when you're watching her shooting and stuff, but she didn't seem to be doing as much cover-based shooting
Yeah.
as like the other Gears, which is kind of like their mainstay.
Mhm.
So that might be different.
Maybe trying to update it a little bit like God of War.
Yeah.
Different pacing.
Maybe.
Could be.
Well,
Or it could just be the footage they used,
yeah.
True.
Yeah, she could
How do you
shoot.
feel about
she was like a
the,
stormtrooper. She was shooting all over the damn place.
How do you feel about the Division 2?
I don't know. I'm not going to get my hopes high on this one because I played the first one and I was not impressed. It was fun for a couple of hours, but man, that game got super repetitive and it's not fun after a while, man. I mean, it's fun, I guess, when you have friends, to kill time with, but the multiplayer PvP part of it was a lot of fun. But the actual main campaign This is dull. Like I said, the final boss is a fucking helicopter. That's like a mini boss in any other game.
Oh,
And-
spoilers for Kanye.
Whatever.
I'm never
Honestly,
gonna play this game.
Never ever play it.
No, it just
Now
like
with this glaring review.
yeah, and then like you can kind of see some of the elements carrying over into this one also, where you just see the enemies being shot at, and there's like zero like flinch reaction or anything like that. They're
It's
just
in little
absorbing all
full
the
freaking
bullets.
clip.
Yeah, I mean, this looks a
reminds
little
me
bit
of
better.
Destiny.
Yeah, it's more. This
Original
looks more
Destiny.
colorful. It it has new locations. I kind of like the look of it, but I just feel in the end the gameplay is going to be what the first one was. So
However, there is one excitement. Finally get a brand new Kingdom Hearts game after how many freaking years?
Yes, way too many.
Yeah.
Oh,
I-
now we have to go back and play 1, 2, 3.
I'm not doing it.
2.5.
2.5, 2.8, 2.9, 2.92,
I got so much on my plate.
whatever
No.
they are.
And yeah, that's the thing is all these half steps in the story, they're like made the game super intricate and in depth or whatever, but it's like what the fuck? What about the people who didn't buy a Game Boy Color to go play these things 15 years ago? I know they have the up-resed ones now, but I'm not gonna go buy those games.
Well, hopefully in the new one they'll do some sort of, callback, tell you what happened, bring you up to speed.
You know what I would love is if they did a Star Wars thing and just said none of that fucking matters. Because it is Disney now.
so
Yeah,
good.
that's true. Sam posted one of the new worlds is Frozen.
Yeah.
Kind of cool.
I saw they were in the trailer.
Toy
Yeah,
Story.
the
I
trailer.
heard Toy Story is going to be one.
The real voice actor, I think, too, for what's
Yeah,
his name?
Yeah, the cool cast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For who?
Snowman.
Oh, Frozen.
For
For
Frozen.
Olaf.
I don't care.
Olaf.
No, I mean,
Jeez,
but
guys.
it's
Ugh.
crazy that
They got the actor.
yeah.
Let it go.
No, it's
For the
cool. I'm
video
sorry. I just
Does
never
that
bought
count?
into
Does that
the,
count?
the Frozen hype. Yeah, sure. I'll hold
No,
it
no,
against
no,
you.
no one got it.
No, I saw it after.
Let's
I
go
was
back to
just-
Yahoo. Go back to Yahoo, Flex.
No, I'm out of you.
I wanted to mention because EA had theirs and people were kind of lukewarm on their whole presentation, but I think it's because they're like kind of like a.
They're in the doghouse.
Well, yeah, because
Oh, yeah, definitely in a fucking doghouse.
To put it in sports terms, last year they were a playoff team who didn't make the playoffs because of bad coaching.
LeBron?
And,
Are you talking about LeBron James?
no. But I'm just saying, like this year, so they're kind of like apologizing and trying to like
Trying to get back- back in the
Battlefield
good
5,
graces.
Their biggest like premium pass game is coming out
Fuck
with free
that.
map packs and all that stuff. Hey,
I'm good. They can take their jerk off party and keep it to
No,
themselves.
not Battlefront, Battlefield, their actual quality game.
Oh, no, I'm saying
Um,
everything EA in general because I'm so
No, I'm
pissed.
not.
I'm so salty.
He's turned
about,
off on EA.
I mean,
Battlefront.
yeah. See, that's
Star Wars.
That's the problem. That's why everybody was lukewarm, I'm sure.
Yeah, exactly. But I like they had Anthem, which is like their version of Destiny or something, but it's like
Getting it.
more mobility. I'm in. Like
It's
as soon as
awesome,
they
dude.
showed that one tank version like crash in, and then they had the weird warlock dude.
But here's the thing though, with EA, like when you buy the main game itself, you don't get the main game. You have to buy
Well,
this part,
maybe
that part.
Maybe that EA has learned and they're in the process of switching up for some of their newer games that are coming.
Wait. Are you telling me a developer learned their lessons from their fuck up?
I don't
know.
Okay,
That
but
sounds crazy.
Battlefield 5 not having a year pass that costs $60
That's
a
something.
month.
That's
after
something.
the
Maybe
game
it's
comes
baby
out,
steps, Sam.
That's something.
Yeah, it's definitely something.
I'm just saying, fuck that. Cause I'm still bitter about
Yeah,
Star
No,
I don't blame you,
100%.
and I don't blame you.
And you should be. And you should definitely always be
I
on
am.
alert for anyone,
Well,
not
this
just
is,
EA.
This is why
They just-
you will wait for Anthem and the reviews, and
I'll
maybe,
wait for Eddie to see what he says.
Exactly.
See if it's a good deal. And-
Otherwise, you just stay away from EA like I will.
Yeah.
there's
Save
not-
it for the.
They don't have a lot of games that I jump on.
What
so.
about all right? So what about Bethesda? I know you're jumping off full
Okay.
on too.
Bethesda was amazing. First off, when they talked about Fallout 76, like all the stuff, like all the details, it's always online, but you can still play by yourself. It's not like I thought it was gonna be like just a survival game where you are gonna go and make your bases and try to survive with food and water.
Yeah.
But it actually looks like it has the whole Fallout story, like towns and factions to help and a bunch of co-op stuff to do. You can join up with your crew of people. They were showing off where you can, like, if you're having issues with an area or you need a specific, I guess the like nuked out areas will have different drops or different materials because they're radiated or whatever. You can go to places where there's nukes and kill the enemies there, and they drop key codes to it, and if you collect all of them, you can go literally launch a nuke anywhere on the map. Like they just opened a map and the guy shot at Charleston because it's taking place in Virginia,
right?
yeah. And it just nuked it. And when they went there, it was just this,
just a crater.
yeah, and there's fighting like
crazy
weird
monsters,
mutants there and shit. And it's like,
my question would be, if the game's constant online, right? So say you go back in from your save point, you're hopping online. Would you see the nuke that someone else already did that you want to do?
That's the thing that they said that your progress carries over. So like, and there's no server choosing servers. Like that's never going to be a thing that you have to worry about. He called it like Conan Exiles is hardcore survival, right? You can die, your character goes, everything on your character disappears. And he's like, this is like softcore, survival. So you're going to keep everything on your character. You're never going to know what server you're on. You're just going to play with other people. You can join with your friends anytime you want.
That's cool.
And the way that they also like your little houses that you build or anything you build is all part of this little box you carry around. So you can just, as long as you have an open area, you can just set up your base and people can join, like anyone can just walk up, but you have to set it up like a tower defense too, because you'll be attacked by random mutants, creatures, and just seems really fucking cool. Like
no, it looks fun. Seriously, the trailer looks good.
I didn't expect that. I thought it was just going to be almost like
another copy.
Yeah, of Fallout 4, where they just took the map and was like, we'll
move to this town,
and you can make stuff, but it looked just the terrible combat that's in Fallout is still in this one. But I mean, if you're a Fallout fan, you love it.
How many players online again?
He didn't say what number, but I'm guessing around 40-ish because he said you're going to be playing with dozens of people, not hundreds.
Okay.
So, but it's cool. Your character always keep its progression. You don't lose anything like that. And your story is your own, he said. And there's just so many like little things that they were talking about being able to do. Looks badass.
We're all going to buy different hard copies of the game, and when we're done, we'll mail it out to Gagne, so he can get his turn.
We're gonna mail 4 copies.
I might be done with The Last of Us by then.
No, I guarantee you're gonna have that one done soon.
Yeah,
you're gonna be drawn into that one. What else did we see?
There was a couple things that I just say really quick because they literally didn't have anything. Doom had a cool little 30-second teaser, basically, where it's taking place on Earth.
Was Wolfenstein a full trailer or teaser?
Wolfenstein was basically a teaser, but they just came out and talked about it, which was Blazkowicz, whatever. Fuck that fake name.
BJ Blazkowicz or something like that.
BJ. He has twin daughters. It takes place in the 80s now, and they're both fighting Nazis, killing motherfucking co-op Nazis, he said. And it can be played co-op or single player, so that's cool.
I like that.
But there was a teaser for a next generation game, which we don't even have the next generation talking about, but I guess Bethesda doesn't give a fuck. Called Starfield. It literally just showed like light coming over the horizon of the Earth, like when and like almost like teleportation happening or something, and then it just said the name, which is Starfield, and then they gave a little maybe like 10-15 second teaser of Elder Scrolls 6, which of course
no,
it's not the online.
Oh no,
like a single player game.
Okay.
I mean, as far as I know, who knows?
Oh, what about Skyrim? Any more Skyrim?
I know they made a joke about that, but you should look that up. The spoof. Rage 2 looks awesome. Looks like it's a faster pace. Like they took cues from Doom, made the game faster pace. You have like these weird abilities now. The little scene that they actually showed him attacking like a base, and like he gets up there and there's something up in the fucking around Earth's atmosphere and shit, and he brings it down. It crashes. It blows up the thing that he's in. He like gets up, runs down there, grabs a new superpower, and it's like fucking killing things. And there's the mutants again. And I'm talking too fast.
No, you're good.
At the very beginning of the trailer, it actually started off with car combat. So car combat's going to be like a big thing in this. Anything that you see, it says in the trailer you can drive.
It's drivable.
So he got in like this weird like Humvee and was like blowing shit up. It was crazy. And it looked awesome. And so That's dope.
Very cool. I didn't play the first
The
one.
trailer for Dying Light
Yeah.
2 looks pretty good too.
Oh yeah.
That was pretty clever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like the original Dying Light. Came out of nowhere. There was actually some mobile games from Bethesda. One in particular called Elder Scrolls Blades, and it's actual like first person console. Well, according to him, console quality graphics. They showed it, but you don't know what you're seeing.
See,
But
that's one thing I'm worried
I
about.
believe him more than EA or any of those people.
Yeah,
because Bethesda is legit. And it's like first person. You can either dual stick it with your two touch pads or whatever, and then when you get into combat, it's almost you have your little buttons on the screen basically.
Yeah.
You can also tap to move, and it's you can play it like in a portrait mode. He said we did that so you could be in a meeting and no one will know that you're playing a video game.
That's brilliant. I like that.
Clever.
And then
Got to get in on those business meetings.
I forgot that Cyberpunk was announced.
Yes.
The people who made Witcher
That one looks awesome.
have been working on Cyberpunk, which looks amazing.
2077.
2077, yeah. I don't know what I think it's gonna be. It's made by CD Projekt Red, who make Witcher, so I'm assuming it's gonna be some crazy, massive open world RPG. But
Most
just with-
definitely.
that
A lot
just takes place
definitely
with
time
futuristic
consuming.
stuff. Right?
At least minimum 20 hours.
Oh, yeah. At least.
Minimum.
Minimum.
Are you kidding
I
me?
think I put at least 50 into The
That's
Witcher.
Yeah, and I haven't even beat half of that game.
Yeah, that was a great game.
Well,
so I'm
that's
looking
what I
forward to
said.
this one.
20 hours minimum.
And I love the cyberpunk feel to it.
Oh, yeah,
It's
yeah.
awesome.
Quake is coming back. I think that's been in development for a while, but it's just the original, in my opinion, one of the original MOBAs, which is a multiplayer online battle arena.
Yes.
So they're bringing their back, but now their shooter is gonna have like champions that have different they all pick up the
Abilities
same
and
weapons, but
stuff.
they're gonna have their own particular
Like an Overwatch.
Yeah, like
This is going to
Overwatch.
sound horrible, but my favorite version of Quake I ever played was actually for the Sega Dreamcast. Back then, I had to dial up and shit, but man, when I was able to go on a killing streak, dude, that shit was so nice. Like, grab a bazooka, run around,
Talk
start
shit on your
killing
dial up.
Fuck yeah. Beep, like, just anything on there.
Oh, shit. All right, so we got Sony, we got Nintendo coming up in the next couple of days.
Yes.
We
Everybody
got Square
stay
Enix,
tuned.
which I'm looking forward to. They better do something with Final Fantasy VII Remake.
They might, but if they don't have anything, they might, because they get a lot of backlash for talking about games 7 years before they're
Beforehand,
released.
like somebody else
Kingdom
we just talked
Hearts.
about too. Yeah, Kingdom Hearts.
Also, one of the main games they're going to talk about, Kojima's game.
Death Stranding is going to be a big hit.
Yeah,
They have to show
lot-
gameplay at this point. They
Oh.
showed a lot of trailers.
I agree.
I'm looking forward to Ghost of
Tsushima? Yeah, I agree. That one looks
Yeah.
pretty cool.
That game looks dope. It's made by the
There's
people
only
who-
really a trailer, like a teaser
Yeah,
trailer
it's
out
just a
right
TV
now.
it was like a cinematic. Or
Yeah,
whatever.
cinematic.
But
yeah.
it's made by the people who make or Sucker Punch, who make
Sucker Punch.
all the infamous
Infamous,
games,
yes.
and they made Sly Cooper. The Sly
Right,
Cooper games
back
all
in the
those
day.
games. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I liked.
Which game are you excited for, Gagne?
Pitfall
Pitfall 5.0.
My head hurts.
Well, here's one that he can be excited for: is the Last of Us Part 2.
Oh,
Um,
yes.
Ooh,
yeah, it's gonna be
yes.
awesome. Hopefully, we're gonna see some gameplay for that. We've seen a couple of teasers. What else am I looking forward to here? Spider-Man.
Oh,
Spider-Man.
yeah, that is
Yes.
one of the ones that they're going to talk about.
Hopefully, some gameplay there. Show some bosses.
That one actually looks pretty good. I might
I
throw
love
out some
the
money
visuals on
and
that.
purchase that one.
Made
yeah.
by Insomniac, who make Ratchet and Clank, and just they always have unique weapons and unique
God. It's
play
a game that
styles.
they did. I'm totally blanking on it. Infamous.
No, that's Sucker Punch. They're making Ghost of Tsushima.
Oh, okay, sorry, mixing up.
But also, what you guys seen the features for Spider-Man suits? There's like
There's the
over
movie
a
one,
dozen.
right?
Yeah,
You get
yeah.
A couple of different.
And every suit has like different styles. Like the punk rock Spider-Man, he does like an air guitar and affects the bad guys. I was like, all right, I can get behind that. I like the I like the different styles. It's gonna be a fun game for sure to check out. As long as it's not fighting William Dafoe, I'm good.
Oh, that would be amazing. Spider-Man. We would be remiss if we didn't mention there's a new Tomb Raider that was announced and a new Devil May Cry
Yeah, the Devil May Cry 5 one looked pretty cool.
Yeah, it looks sick.
I actually was not aware that was even on the slate,
Yeah,
so
no,
that was
Capcom kept that. It was under wraps until about 2 days ago when they were copywriting the
the
title.
names and
Yeah.
stuff, the websites and all that good stuff.
So it seems like this is a mix of news of like upcoming games and then ones that are on the slate but not going to be coming out for a couple of years.
That's pretty much E3 is just gonna be like what's on the horizon, and
Yeah.
then what are we actually
Okay.
gonna put out soon?
Yeah,
And we'll just give you a bunch of trailers to drool over.
Yeah, a lot of highlights, quick reels.
Yeah, and like usually people grade it like, the more stuff that's closer that's like announced. So like if like that's why I'm skeptical about a lot of the things that were announced in the Xbox thing that are Xbox exclusives, because they've announced a lot of exclusives this generation, and other than their mainstays of Gears of War and Halo, and I don't count their racing game because the racing game team, don't get me wrong, they're amazing. The fact that they release a racing game that looks as good as it does and plays as fun as it is every year is ridiculous. But yeah, that like a lot of their other they put a lot of money into Platinum games and Scalebound, and that game is gone. Fable Legends was gonna be this weird, cool, unique multiplayer RPG.
It's a sore spot for me, Fable.
Oh, I love Fable.
Such a sore spot.
So yeah, so that's why, so depending on how far in advance, that's why like I love Kojima, but they've been talking about his game like almost as soon as he left his last studio, and they just had they're like, Ritas, come over here and get in a motion capture suit. We're gonna put you in front of this green screen or something, and that was like a 5-second clip, and we've been hearing about it ever since.
Huh.
Yeah.
Well, see, the good thing.
That's crazy. I didn't realize.
Yeah,
The good thing
Rita's-
is PlayStation though. They release their trailers and actually follow through. That's why they have better exclusives.
Yeah, that's why we're looking forward to
Horizon.
Sony.
God of War, like the fact that God of War came out a year later, it's crazy.
Boy,
Yep, looking forward to that sequel.
Yeah, Ganya, like gamers are just as bad as comic book nerds. Like they're like, there's a new 5-second clip of this video game.
And then they drool about that for the next 10 years.
and that's
Like Final Fantasy VII
only a
Remake.
mild joke, because Grand Theft Auto would release like pictures of planes that like in the sky, and it would like get millions of views.
That used to be my favorite game. The newest one I think was on sale, and I almost bought that.
God,
It's
the
like
new one is
I would probably
amazing.
love
Oh,
this.
did you never play it?
Is
It's
it?
amazing.
I don't know when the last one I played was. The third one, maybe.
I think
Oh my
it
God,
was
go
Vice
get
City.
it.
The
Go
last
play
one
it.
we played was at your place. Was
It is
Vice City.
absolutely worth it. Go play it.
Grand Theft Auto 5 is
Just
amazing.
wait for Red Dead.
I mean, Red Dead is going to be amazing
Or
too,
not,
but it's going to
just
be a
get this
completely
right now
different.
and play it. It's awesome.
But listen, Yanni, if you ever get the new GTA, we will definitely help you with the bank heist. That's like the most funnest part of fucking bank heist.
Yeah, not only is there just a classic, GTA game, the online mode is just like, it's all that good stuff. You can play online with your friends. You can like go rob liquor stores if you wanted to, and like actually verbally abuse the fucking store clerks there. Like you could be shouting at them with your mic and be like, put the fucking money in the bag, and they'll like actually be moving money in faster and shit. Like they'll actually call the cops on you. Like it's great, dude.
Is this the way we purge so we don't?
Yeah,
really
dude, this is the world we live in. This is exactly what you get to do. Go,
That's why I'm waiting for
absolutely go
Red
get it.
Dead 2 so I can purge in the wild, wild west.
Considering I have a game that I haven't even downloaded yet because I got to finish one first, I'll take my time. I'll get there.
Come on, man. You don't have to go outside.
He has 3 games and how many animes and how many graphic novels to read.
That's right. So much
Oh
info.
man,
Not enough time.
Just to tell the wife to meal prep for you. Be like, just meal prep everything for me.
she looked at me cross-eyed when I spent $20 to buy 2 games that have been out for like 4 years. What?
Tell her. Last
I
of
really-
Us is a masterpiece.
Yeah, she's gonna enjoy watching.
She's
you
just
play.
not used to me playing games, so she's kind of looking at me like, "Who are you?"
Well, we thank you for purchasing the game, bro. I'm glad you're enjoying Last of Us. Just the cinematic
You guys
parts.
didn't see any of the profits. Don't thank me. No, it's a good suggestion, man. I'm already hooked. So, like I said, I played an hour, maybe a little bit more.
Right? The
It's
opening scene was so
fantastic.
compelling because you're like, man, I gotta escape. I gotta save my daughter. And it ends badly. You're like, fuck.
And then you go right into Grumpy Joel.
Yeah.
Grizzled, grumpy
That's
Jimmy.
right.
Yeah,
Me in 5 years.
it's good.
Is he? I've got. Who's he voiced by?
That
He's voiced by the
Is it Nathan
Troy
Fillion?
Baker.
Troy Baker?
Troy
Yeah.
Baker.
Oh, okay.
Did you say Nathan Fillion?
Not Nathan Fillion.
Yeah, you meant. Oh, I know who you meant. The guy who voices Nathan Drake.
Yeah.
He is
Correct.
in there. Actually, he does voice someone.
Oh yeah, he's
Oh, he
Uncle.
doesn't.
He's the
The
Uncle.
villain.
Yeah.
Or is the villain?
Don't worry. You'll get to that character.
You wouldn't know who it is.
Oh, I
anyway,
know, but
even
like
because
it's such a great moment though.
the main
That's-
character that
oh my
we're
God.
talking about is in the other games he has to play.
Oh yeah.
Anything else to wrap this up, guys?
Please be excited.
Everybody, please keep an eye on E3 throughout the week. Give us your opinion and your theories on video games.
Which game looks the best? Which games you're most excited to see, play? Whatever.
Which game looks like a freaking flop?
Hey,
Let us know.
What game are you guys gonna play with us? How about
That
that?
too.
Uh,
Fallout 76. Let's go.
He's buying Anthem with us.
Oh god, all
That
the
too.
nuclear weapons. I feel
me
like
and Eddie.
we're just gonna look for all the nuclear weapons.
just go nuke some towns, man.
Telling you.
I'm
That's-
still definitely gonna jump into that Red Dead, get that Westworld magic
The
going on.
Westworld vibe,
No, yeah.
Hell yeah!
quite possibly.
We'll go rob a train. Yeah.
when's that one out, Sam?
Like
shit.
October-ish, I think.
That's
Nice.
October, November.
Those might actually be two games I get: Spider-Man and
Yeah.
that.
Nice.
I think Spider-Man will be a hit.
Yeah, it looks
I
really
I have a good feeling about Spider-Man. As we say this now, and then we review it, and we're all in
And they'll be like,
tears
that
and
movie-
sad.
That game was terrible.
It already looks good. So
Yeah, we'll see.
I think it's gonna be
open
great.
world Spider-Man.
Sony has a lot of confidence in this. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be awesome.
Oh, just like to have a lot of confidence in Venom and the symbiotes.
Symbiote.
I don't
That's
think
sy-
they
sy-
have
symbiotes?
confidence in that.
Their movie thing is different from their.
Yeah,
their
it's way
game.
different.
Well, Sony needs to get on the God of War movie. That'd be awesome.
Who
That'd
would
be
play
freaking dope.
Kratos?
It's
Speaking
gonna
of
be-
movies-
it's gonna be either Momoa or Batista.
Or
I'd
The
rather
Rock.
Batista.
Or The Rock, you know.
No, The Rock.
Gerard Butler.
They could. No, they
That
could.
would work.
I can see that.
Being bold, yeah.
He'd be a good old Kratos.
Speaking of
Yeah.
movies, did you hear about this week? Batista been trying to get into Gears of War movie for the past couple of years now.
Okay,
He's been talking.
I can
to
see
But-
him as what, Phoenix?
Marcus.
Where are they gonna find three other guys that are as big as him?
There's Brock Lesnar,
The WWE.
Stone
Yeah,
Cold.
right.
Yeah.
but they also
Just
have to
screw-
act, guys.
Yeah.
Dude, the WWE makes movies all the time.
We've covered it. Go back and listen to old episodes.
Yeah.
Come on, John Cena is gonna be in the next Transformers.
Okay, fine. We'll use The Rock. We'll use The Rock
Yeah.
again. Okay, The Rock's and everything.
Sorry, Bumblebee. Yeah, real quick. I actually think that looks cool.
The trailer?
That
You like
he's
it?
act- that he's
I'm
actually a
with you.
bug.
I think it looks
Yeah,
good.
dude, he's actually a Volkswagen, and this actually looks awesome. Man.
It looks promising.
Tell me that wasn't Starscream, right?
I think that
It
was
did
dude.
look like
Might have
Starscream.
been, Yeah,
That was
it
Starscream.
looked like
color?
Starscream.
it's awesome.
Yep.
We'll see.
I was like, uh-oh. You're getting the nostalgia in me. I don't care if it's Haley Steinfeld. She's all right.
She's all right. Is Michael Bay still directing?
Nope.
Nope.
No,
Different dude.
nothing to do with it.
And then,
There's a
of course,
chance.
John Cena's a military personnel. So I was like, all right, cool.
Yeah,
not
he's
a
taking
sci-
over the
he's not a
Mark
scientist
one.
like Marcus Marcus.
Scientist, farmer, bodybuilder, father of the year.
There can't be a buff scientist in every
Lifting
Transformer
up
movie.
Those
Yeah.
pen protectors are heavy,
Yeah,
man.
no
Get them
shit.
gains.
You gotta get
Oh
them
my
gains.
god.
All right, let's
Okay.
piggyback off of E3
We'll do
to
it quick.
Felix's quiz.
Yeah, I'll make this short and sweet. It'll be nice and simple. I got bored last night and I wrote down questions.
Perfect.
So yeah, just in theme for E3.
All the above.
Yeah.
A.
You guys know how this works. You know, call out your name when you have the
Yeah.
answer. Simple as that. Whoever wins gets bragging rights for the week.
Okay.
All right, I got it. So score.
Start with an easy one. Question 1. What does E3 stand for?
Eddie.
Yeah, fuck.
Eddie.
What? Eddie. All right, cool.
Eddie.
Electronics.
Wait.
Wait.
Are you giving that to Eddie?
No, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Well, you
Answer
already
it,
got
Eddie.
it wrong, apparently. So.
Yes.
Well, I'm sorry. I got very. What were you going to say, Eddie? Because you threw me off, Sam. Is Eddie taking us?
No, go ahead.
He doesn't
For-
know it.
for-
He needs time to think now.
I am thinking. I know two of the E's, and I can't think of the third one.
Time's up, Sam.
Oh, shit.
He doesn't
Time's
know.
up.
Electronics conventions.
You're wrong. Damn.
Well,
Does anybody else want to say their name?
Nope.
Damn, I don't know what the middle one is.
Too late.
Electronics something Expo.
You got 2 out of 3.
Yep.
Electronic Entertainment Expo.
Entertainment.
Yeah.
Why couldn't I think of another word?
You guys suck. Yeah, 'cause I'm
That
keeping-
threw you off by saying Eddie.
You threw me off. I was like, wait, who am I calling? Okay.
That's my whole point. It was on purpose.
Do you not want to win? Okay. All right. Somebody keep score because I'm not pen and paper. Thank you. Okay. Question 2. In what year did E3 debut?
Eddie, 1993.
Close, but
Sam,
Fuck.
Sam.
1994.
Nope.
Damn.
Sure, Adam, 1992.
Nope.
Kanye.
Gagne, 1995.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Oh!
You-
From deep in the cuts.
Yeah, you doubted yourself. Moving on. What former NBA star appeared at E3 2011 to promote NBA 2K12?
Oh, Sam.
Go ahead, Sam.
Shit. Kobe Bryant.
Good job.
Really?
Yep.
That was going to be my guess.
Kobe.
But I had no idea.
For those of you at home, Sam is flipping us off. Anyways, in 2006, the PlayStation 3 was announced. How much did the original 20
Eddie.
gigabyte hard drive cost?
$599 US.
No.
You didn't say. You
The
said
20 gigabyte hard drive.
699.
No.
No, it's too late, dude. You tried to answer the question before he finished it, so that's your fault.
That is my fault, I guess.
Anybody else?
That's the quote. Like, why wouldn't you pick the favorite quote?
Gagne,
Go ahead, Gagne.
$4.99.
sir.
Why wouldn't you pick the
nice.
famous quote where he comes up on stage and says $599 US?
This is where you're supposed to listen to the end of the question.
Hope you learned a lesson, Eddie.
I didn't.
Moving on. What Malibu's Most Wanted star hosted E3 in 2007?
Sam.
Samuel.
Gagne.
Samuel.
Jamie Kennedy.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, I feel so gross.
That was
You
terrible.
should for knowing that.
Yes, sir.
Don't be hating.
Oh my God, Adam. Get out of here.
I put that just under the bad
Yes.
jokes.
Violent.
All right. What game was originally announced at E3 in 2009 but wasn't released until October 2016?
Eddie,
Eddie.
The Last Guardian.
Yes.
Oh, nice.
Good job. Okay, moving on. What blockbuster film director spoke about a movie tie-in game during Ubisoft's 2009 E3 press conference? Eddie.
Steven Spielberg.
No.
No, that was just a guess.
Gagne,
Gagne.
James Cameron.
Yes, sir.
Oh, is that
Ooh, damn.
Follow-up question. What was the film tie-in to the game?
Sam.
Sam.
Avatar.
Yes, it was. Avatar.
I feel gross again.
You should be.
But you're also tied for the lead, so.
Good job.
But it's so gross.
Moving on. In 2013, this actor promoted the latest Need for Speed game installment in which he went to star in the live-action
Sam.
adaptation to.
Gagne.
Oh my god.
Sam.
Just see shit.
That is
Oh
the character
my
you play.
Oh my God, yes, you're right.
Gagne.
I totally fucked that up.
Gagne.
Aaron Paul.
Oh, yes.
That's the one.
Yeah.
He's gonna win.
I thought I missed it already. I assumed Sam had it.
No,
So
no, Sam fucked it
He
up.
said
I
Jesse.
adjusted my headphones. I was like, oh,
He's going
okay.
with his character.
Yes. All right. Anyways. Okay, moving on.
No, Mr.
What Xbox exclusive motion control device was announced in 2009
Eddie.
under the name Project Natal? Eddie.
Connect.
Yes, the Kinect. Okay, moving on. In 2014, a demo was released to a canceled video game which was set to be connected with Guillermo del Toro and Norman Reedus.
Oh,
Eddie.
Sam.
Sam, what was the game?
Silent Hill.
Yes.
The
Well,
yeah,
if
that's
you want
not
to be
the
technical.
name of the thing that was released.
Well, no, I wanted the game.
Okay.
Okay, the demo
It
was
was
PT. Yes,
Yeah.
but I wanted the game.
Yeah.
I feel like I worded that question wrong. Sorry, but anyway, Sam got it. It's Silent Hills.
You're good.
Okay.
You're good, Sam. Relax.
He's like, are you going to give me that? Or?
No, you got it. All right. Anyways, I think this is my last one.
Don't Metroid me.
All right,
Or
for the win.
whatever.
No, you got it. I could have gotten you a technicality of Silent Hills, not Silent Hill. But anyways.
Sam and Gagne are tied at 4.
Ooh,
Oh my god.
Shit.
maybe the tiebreaker. Okay. Intended to close its 2004 press conference with the trailer for the latest installment of which classic franchise?
Eddie.
Eddie.
Smash Brothers.
No.
Gagne.
Gagne.
Zelda.
Yes, The Legend of Zelda.
Really?
Nice.
Bonus question: What was the specific title? Which
he's
Zelda
not
Zelda
gonna know.
installment? For anybody.
Ocarina in Time.
No.
Or Time. I don't know. Fuck.
It's Wind Waker.
Nope.
Was it the latest one? Twilight Princess.
Give you a hint. It was on the Wii and the Nintendo GameCube.
Yeah. Oh, he
Yeah.
said it then.
I'm
Twilight
blanking.
Princess.
Oh yes, did you say it? Sorry.
Yeah.
Yes.
I kind of
Twilight
mumbled
Princess.
it,
There you go.
But he didn't say his name though. He didn't say Adam. So
Well, that would have been my first point. So, boom.
There you go. On the board.
Way to end it.
What was the score on that?
Gagne took the win there.
Nice.
congrats.
On the video game quiz, Gagne takes the win.
Go
Let's
Pitfall.
just say,
Yay.
you may think I'm asleep over here, but I was paying attention.
We just can't see it.
That was a very fun quiz. I like that. That was very fun.
Well done.
Not
Well
where
done.
I thought you were going with.
Yes,
what,
yeah.
Like,
I told you I was going to be nice for the most part.
I love that you said Jesse instead of
Just
Right? I pictured it. I'm like, oh, I fucked it up. It's Eric Paul, not Jesse.
science.
classic blunder.
Right? It's the best kind.
You should all be ashamed of yourselves.
No, I am.
I think I won by the largest majority, though. I just want to throw that out there.
But not this
Hey,
game.
yeah, we're not
So-
bringing it back to.
Oh, are we going to go back and get a collection of the champions? Can we see?
We do have to figure out
I
who's
have-
won them all. I think.
I've only won one. I
Hey,
think,
hey,
so-
hey.
I think I've only won.
I know I've won at least 2.
Yeah, now, yeah. You
Flex is still amazing for getting Stardust out of
Oh,
nowhere. That was great.
That was
That was random. Let's bring
that
it
was from
back.
across the court right there, too.
Oh.
All right, guys, we're gonna end it there. See you guys next week, episode 23. Catch us everywhere you can listen to podcasts, Podbean, iTunes,
Google Play.
Google
Spotify.
Play.
Even though it takes like
Spotify,
an extra day
Stitcher.
to load up. But please, bear with us. So try and figure out Google Play.
You got it.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank
Yes,
you for
thanks for
listening. Thanks for following. Please comment on the episode. Let us know what you like, what you didn't like, what you're looking forward to.
Watch E3.
Yeah, man.
Yes.
Oh, shout out to Sith Lord K. Shout out to us, girl.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes.
You're
yes,
awesome.
yes.
If you listen this far, holy moly.
I know. Thank you.
Yeah, for real, though.
Thank
Awesome.
you.
Very good.
We
Thanks,
won't-
guys.
None of us will shut up.
Who?
What? Are we ending the show?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's over.
How about now?
Wow.
Wow.
Game over, man. Game over.
man.